Yep, so we're already in order? Yes. All rise for the pledge, please. Chief, you want the honor?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so we can do roll call, Roseanne, please.
Sure thing. Councilman Ballas?
Here.
Councilman Ingalls?
Here.
Councilman Petruzzi? Councilman Stein?
Here.
Councilman Tishon?
Here.
Councilman Bodian? And President Falls.
Preliminary announcements, anybody have any? No?
You know what, I'll just talk now.
Okay.
We put a grant in for bulletproof vests in September, and we got approved for $4,947.52, which will pay for about 5.5. So we had to put half in for the budget.
Wait, say that again? Half?
Just 5.5. So we
Yeah.
have to have it.
All right, so I thought you said one half. Okay, very good. Do we have any guests? I didn't recognize anybody. Not that you people are important. That's not what I implied.
I'd like to mention one thing about the Halloween parade is this month. It's, I think,
26th?
the 26th. I believe it's at 3:30 in the afternoon. It's a big parade.
Time right?
Is that right? 2:30. 2:30. So, looking forward to that. It's usually a big event for Munhall. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we're off to council items. First item is ordinance 1596.
Yeah, in August, we council voted and approved the legal tax, the new legal tax contract. In the contract, it changes the fee structure down. Therefore, we have to amend ordinance 1396, approving the fee changes with the delinquent taxes that are collected. Ordinance 1597 is amending the code of ordinance to provide additional means of enforcement. This is what we talked about. We have trouble sometimes taking homeowners or landowners to the magistrate, and we take them for grass cutting or what have you. Now we will be able to, it'll be more like a traffic ticket. There's a lot of things that were on there that council, if you would like to look at it to find out. Now, a lot of this stuff's on there. My suggestion, talking to Greg, is we keep it on there. We can always adjust how we enforce it. Most of the time, just like a parking meter, we have 10 parking meters in the borough, we don't even enforce them. People put money in there, we get it, that's fine. If they don't, we don't take it. So, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, or last month. That was in April as well. We had to advertise for the ordinance. The next one. Should be,
This is all 1596 for the last page.
yeah, we're 1597.
I know.
You was on
No,
that.
it's not big bad.
Yeah, we got it.
Look at your packet.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
So there's no verbiage in here that obligates us to act within like a certain time period. This just gives us the latitude to take action if we so
Hey, if
choose.
you want to tell him the process, right now he goes in,
The process now is I'll go in, say if someone has high grass, I'll usually give a door and locker, give them 5 days to do it. And if they don't do it in 5 days, I send them a letter, give them an additional maybe 5 to 10 days. And if they don't respond, then I have to do the magistrate. Well, this, and then sometimes they won't have a hearing until a month later, and sometimes they'll wait till the day before to cut the grass for hearing. Well, what this will say is now is I'll give the door and locker in 5 days. If they don't respond, I'll send a letter. If they cut the grass, they still owe $25. So if they cut the grass in, they still wouldn't have to pay the $25. So this way, you're actually gonna get at least $25 to maybe $35 for every time I have to file paperwork with the magistrate. Because even the magistrate, our fines could be up to $1,000, and he even had a lower, because he's having a hard time collecting money off people. He's charged like $300. So this way, at least we're gonna get some money for the process. Right now, we may not get any money for the process.
And with the money, it's not so much of the revenue we're gonna make on $25 or $35.
It's just to cover costs.
It's the urgency of the resident to cut their grass and to say, okay, I got file. And one of these door knockers would say that if you don't honor this, you will be ticketed for a fine or anything. I guess we could put them on it.
I'll have to check it today,
Yeah,
yes.
so they'll know that they're gonna get a ticket for $25 if that's the case, before it goes to the state ticket, correct? Could we put it, if they don't pay this, then can we do the state ticket?
Yes, you can issue a state citation if they fail to respond to that.
Okay.
Can we go back to this first ordinance, 1596, and just talk about it just a little bit further? Is this an actual contract with legal tax?
No, it's an ordinance.
So, right, so it's just an ordinance that we're going to enact. And then legal tax is going to follow this ordinance?
Right.
And then when's their contract due
Well,
for that?
we approved that, and we voted on that in August,
Okay,
the agreement itself. It's 2 more years. So I went to them and said, listen, is there any way we could save costs? And they said, well, yeah, there's cost, but you're in a 2-year contract. So could we extend the contract if we lower costs? So we're gonna save about $50,000 a year by getting into this agreement. The agreement was approved in August. Now we just have to advertise for the ordinance to allow us to pay those, allow them to collect them.
okay, because they are 2 separate items.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
And all these ordinances, they have to be advertised, so, that's why.
It takes time.
We have that other one with the abandoned homes and foreclosures that we just advertised. I think tomorrow will come out. So then next month, we can vote on that.
And have we finalized any ordinance changes on animals? Did we vote on that yet? I know there was talkage of it, and we looked at stuff, but
He should have it done. Don't
I
you
don't
think?
remember seeing it.
No, but he should have it done by now.
Right, right.
We talked about that a while.
Yes.
I know that.
Good me. I'll check on that.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like council to work on some sort of zoning changes for the future, because we need to really look at our zoning so that we can sort of protect our neighborhoods from halfway houses and rehab places like we have down in Dixon Street, per se. Just bringing that up to council as well.
Is that something council acts on proactively, or does it have to go through the planning commission?
The planning, that's what we want to do, the planning commission to review zoning every year.
This is the seal.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We renewed the contract, council. We're gonna ratify the insurance coverage with travelers next week. Approved. Industrial appraisal company, every 5, 6, 7 years, between 5 and 7 years, we should get an appraisal done on all our properties, all our buildings, to ensure that the insurance companies are, we're insuring what we need to. We're not, don't have them overinsured or underinsured. So ours was done in 2013. So, yeah, 2013, I believe. So we're due for that. We're 2006. So we're 13 years behind doing this. We were holding off, and I'm talking to travelers when they were renewing this again. They said, you should really get this appraisal. It can help us. And when they go through these appraisals and we give it to travelers, if things would be adjusted, we would save money, even though we're in the middle of an agreement. Last week, or last month, we voted on license plate readers. And when I got the proposals, I thought there's two parts. There's readers who will be able to look at the license plates, and then the second part is if they want to ticket, if the cop's going to ticket you, they will take your driver's license, scan it through a scanner, and it will automatically ticket it and send it right to the magistrate. I thought we talked about them when we ordered the readers. However, I didn't realize they were two different proposals. So we still want to do the two driver's license printers, but we need to have a motion to approve the purchase of them for $1964.60, which would be paid through asset forfeiture.
Did they stay here?
They stay in the police office.
Yeah. That's what I didn't know.
No, the police cars.
They'd be installed in the vehicles.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to assume.
They're, what they are, instead of issuing someone a paper citation, you scan their license through, you enter it right there, it prints out like on a receipt like paper. Take it that way, and we don't have to waste our time driving all the paperwork to the magistrates the next morning. They automatically, just electronically transfer right to them. It's going to be the best thing for us and for the court system.
I assume that if this proves to be of value, that we would want one in every car.
Right, we're looking to do that. Before we have to have all the equipment installed before state police will come out and approve us for that. We're on the list now. So we're going to start ordering. We have a budget meeting next week. We'll have that in there as an ask.
2 weeks.
A couple weeks. So that's going to be an ask for next year.
Okay.
Or grants.
Right?
And resolution, we have to pass a resolution approving the CDBG 46 catch basin grant. Every year we get CDBG money from the county, and we have our scope of work. Was some demos, was some paving. They got a little bit more difficult with the demos and the paving. We have a lot of catch basins in the northern end that need replaced. So this will be the third year we're just going to do exclusively catch basins. Last year they gave us 50,000. We're asking for 100,000 this year. Probably get 50, and then we'd have to pay the 50 on around. But better than paying half of them than all of them, right? And I just took my additional item, bulletproof vest grant, and I moved it to the top, so we don't have to talk about that.
Any other additional items? No? That's good. All right. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, motion, second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Question. What's the industrial appraisal company on the list here?
All the properties in her.
That's the company that will go out there and appraise all the buildings in Munhall.
Okay.
What do we own?
Buildings
That we own.
Okay.
And then then we take that appraisal, should be done every 6-7 years. We haven't had it done for 13. Once we get that completed, we give that to the insurance company. The insurance company will look at it and say, okay, this is a better idea, or this is better, so if it can't, or our insurance can come down.
Okay.
Based on now.
Thank you.
Motion on the floor. Second, anyone else? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye.